welcome to the microphones former Mayor Dinkins, who is actually serving here today. Mayor Dinkins, thanks for joining us, and I know this is a blessing for you every year.
Well, it is. It's really a privilege. It's little to do, and I'm delighted to be here each year to do what I can. And as I said to the folks a moment ago when I spoke to them, that I recognize that there, but for the grace of God, go any one of us. It happens that some of us are able to eat regularly, and we have a place to stay, and that's not true of most of these people here. So we need to, each of us, recognize that. And I would hope that, especially this year at Thanksgiving, in the wake of Sandy and all that has gone before, that each of us recognizes that we really owe it to our fellow humans to do all that we can to assist their cause.
Absolutely, and you know, I think you've done your part too to kind of do that in action by coming here every year to serve your fellow New Yorkers. And we want to say God bless you this Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for joining us once again.
Well, thank you very much.
And one person who does and gives so much to the city of New York, and you hear him on our sister station, AM 970 The Answer, every morning, is Curtis Sliwa, who was here at our microphones to talk a little bit about what this event means to him. Curtis?
Well, Kevin, my brother in solidarity, I was looking for the remaining ding-dongs and Hostess Twinkies. It might be out there, but there were none.
Yeah,
it's just turkey, giblets, and gravy, and I was snacking on a little bit. I got to acknowledge, as I was serving some of these great people here, I was snacking on some of this. I got hungry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I start early like you do.
That's right. We do, don't we? You enjoy being here every year and seeing all this going on, and so many folks are being helped after the storms. I mean, the rescue mission said that there were folks even coming to their doors that wouldn't normally show up, and folks are still suffering and will be for weeks and months ahead.
Well, you know, my father, who just passed this year,
Yes.
always would take me down to, at the time, what was the Bowery, Skid Row, the flop houses, and would point out to the men who were derelict, who seemed to be out of control of their physical and mental faculties, there, for the grace of God, go you. And that always stuck with me. And now that so many people unexpectedly were put into this same precarious position, it sort of reminds all of us how easy, just by an act of God, Mother Nature, whatever may happen, how we could suddenly be in the same situation where we're in need, and how when you have to give. I mean, you can't sit on it, you can't hatch it, you can't be selfish about it.
Absolutely, and that's why we are so thankful that organizations like the New York City Rescue Mission are here, their doors open all the time. I mean, we forget that it's not just the Great Thanksgiving Banquet. The Rescue Mission, their doors are open 365 days a year to take care of folks. Kathie Lee and Hoda, who were here earlier today serving. It's such a blessing to see those ladies every year from the Today Show, taking time out of their busy schedules to come here and to be blessed, serving at the Great Thanksgiving Banquet. Here's Kathie Lee and Hoda. I'm Kevin Cottrell. We're here at the Great Thanksgiving Banquet with New York City Rescue Mission. And with us at the microphone are Kathie Lee and Hoda from the Today Show. Hi, ladies.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
Good
Kevin.
to be with you again.
I am so glad you ladies are here. They took a break from their serving just to come over and share their thoughts. We've been through a tough time with Sandy and the storms, and the Rescue Mission says that they're taking care of even more people. Maybe some of those folks are actually sitting here today.
They probably are, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny. I get a warmer and fuzzier feeling than last year. Maybe it's because people are more in need. But I have to tell you, there's not only a warmer feeling, there's a more joyful feeling. Did you know, it's like right when you walked
Bizarrely.
in. Yeah, it felt like people are being lifted up, and it's such a beautiful feeling in this room right now.
Well, we're glad to have you here serving. And I know that you're serving these folks. I mean, I'm sitting here at the microphone, but I'm watching everybody serving. Give me some of the feelings that you have as you're serving folks, Kathie.
Oh, my gosh. The greatest joy you will ever find in life is in serving others. When you really do love your neighbor as you love yourself, you feel like, as Hoda said, you're going to be you're righteous somehow, and you're doing something good for others, and you are. But I mean, the joy you get from it and the blessing you get from it so surpasses the blessing that you're giving. I mean, it's just a universal truth that I don't know why the world hasn't discovered it yet. It is more blessed to give than to receive. We have a lot of people who have a lot of stuff in this world, and they're miserable.
Yes.
And you can meet people who have very little, but have the joy of the Lord in their hearts, and they are the richest people on the planet.
Well, they say that, psychologists will even say, if you're suffering, like people that have a disease, or to get yourself out of yourself, serving others is
it's healing.
It's
healing.
It's so healing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is true. It really is
see
true.
their faces, right, Hod?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little girl at one of those tables, and I swear I want to take her home and make everything all right. I'm not 100% sure what her life is like, but her eyes are happy, and you can tell sometimes with kids when you look at their eyes whether it doesn't matter what they have or don't have.
It's like
joy.
You can see into their soul almost.
Yeah, and it's really, really beautiful. Really
we don't
is.
know what they go home to, if they indeed even have a home to go to.
And some of them come from shelters.
Yes, a lot of them come from shelters, and we're just so grateful for the work that's being done here at the New York City Rescue Mission, because now they're building 3 more stories on across the street, and taking care of more men, and having a women's facility for the first time, and things are not getting better in our world, Kevin.
No, it's scary,
they're
but
getting worse. But
little things like this give us hope. Obviously, these rescue missions are there to bring hope.
Yeah. And this is the oldest one in all of New York City. And it's been doing great work for such a long time, since 1872, when Frank was born.
The other thing I love, too, is when you look around, look around what people are wearing. It's like they found the best thing they had and they put it on. Honest to God, it's like so beautiful to look around.
Festive,
right? This is like the big Thanksgiving Day meal.
Well,
and
look at the tables too. They have silverware and stemware, and it's not like paper cups and paper plates.
No, I love that.
They're serious about it.
They get a taste of elegance and excellence in life, and I think it has to bless their hearts this hour and a half that they're here, and then they hear people stand up and give their testimony of what God has done in their life to bring them out of darkness. And hearing other people's stories gives you hope, because you realize you're not the only one who's had a really rough time in this world.
Yes.
It's so important to know that you're not alone.
And so many people are living paycheck to paycheck, that the idea of having a home and a place to go one minute and being here the next is not unheard of. So I think when you look, you really do think, but by the grace of God, because it could be any...
Well, look at what happened with Sandy.
Yeah.
People had their homes gone in an instant.
Yes.
And now they've lost literally everything. We've seen it on TV. We've heard the stories. It breaks your heart, but that's how quickly things can change.
That's exactly right. That's why you can't put your faith in temporal things.
Absolutely not.
You can't put it in your bank account.
You know that.
And I know that. I have
Amen.
learned that lesson over and over again.
I think we all have.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Oh, our
God
pleasure.
bless you
Thanks,
so much.
sweetie.
Thank
you. Happy Thanksgiving,
you
sweetie.
And all the best to your mom, Joan, down in
Yes.
Florida.
Hey,
Thank
Joan.
Hey, God bless her.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.